What did I do with my life? I don't know. I don't know what I did with my life, but I know what I did with my week, which was I reassessed, I reapproached, and I refound clarity and peace through joy, through community, and through my friends like Petár. Hi, Petár.
Hello.
We're doing Weekend at Effys this week. If you want to sign up for the Patreon, it's very beneficial. It helps us keep ads off the page, like ads for the new Christmas film, Red One. When Santa Claus gets kidnapped. I can't do this again. It's Weekend at Effys. Welcome to the show. Listen, Petár, we had a very long, beautiful episode on the mini-sode on the Patreon, weekendateffys.com, where we discussed so many films of Mark Wahlberg, films of Tom Cruise, films of Hugh Grant, films of, what was that other film? It was great. Tom Hanks. Wow, that guy. He's incredible. But most importantly, we discussed the film that matters the most, the film that everyone's talking about this holiday season. Dwayne Johnson's back in a hijinks-filled Christmas adventure called Red One. The North Pole, it's going down, and J.K. Simmons is going to be kidnapped as Santa Claus. Who can stop him? But when Dwayne Johnson teams up with, you remember him as Captain America, that's Chris Evans. They can save Christmas. From the writers of Fast and Furious and director of Dewey Cox comes Red One, a Christmas adventure. All right, so now that we've got that out of the way, I just want to say we had a real hoorah talk last week on the podcast, I think, and I think that was good. We're going to start with questions. I'm aware I created this, but I just want to say first, this morning, as I was adjusting to my new life as a walker, not a zombie, a walker, a person who walks around. And maybe I'll be a biker soon. Maybe be a rollerblader. I'm probably not going to be a skateboarder because I fall down a lot and I get hurt and then I can't wrestle. I was walking up the street today. What the fuck was I about to say?
You're walking up the street.
I'm a walker now. This is like, it's like hard to like know what's real anymore. What was I talking about before it? I just completely lost
You
the
were
thought.
talking about not getting to the questions yet, and you had a thing to say.
Oh. I remember it now. And this is why I blocked it out of my brain, because John Cena blocked the hate. And I was listening to an artist who it's James Blake. We've seen James Blake in concert, and I'm going to the street and I'm putting my headphones and I'm like, this is good. Let me listen to this James Blake song that just came out. And the whole fucking song was about how it's over. And it's so sad and it's fucked. And our tax goes to war and we have no money. And food prices are high and women have no rights. And it's over. It's never felt more over. And I just want to say this. Even if it's true, even if it's accurate, I don't need to fucking hear it right now. Okay? I'm not going to let them think they're winning by whining gravitas about how it's over. Listen to this whiny ass bitch talking about how it's over. Girl, we know. Girl, we are living it. We know. Do you think I'm choosing art as an escape to be reminded further of the bombs my tax money goes to when we can't even get the down payment on our mansion? We can't even do it. Oh, you guys have a mansion? No, I'm saying we don't have a mansion. Duh. Because we can't afford the down payment to even get it into the mansion. We have it's a little house. We have a beautiful little house. What I'm saying is, shut the fuck up, okay? All you fucking Libby, communist, fucking gay, diverse Kamala voters, listen up. Don't give them the satisfaction of letting us look depressy, okay? That's not me depresso. No, we're going to lie to ourselves and lie to everyone, and we should be making the new Pump Up the Jam right now. In the darkest of times. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Like the beat going. We need songs right now that are going to uplift a nation. We don't, if I fucking have to see any more movies or art or opinions or poems or fucking any kind of fucking expression of creativity that is referencing the fact that it's all dark and gloom, go fuck yourself.
We can't move out of our parents' house and that we have to live there forever. Even
Paint your fucking mom and shut up.
Wife is showing obvious signs of dementia, but no one wants to address that problem for perhaps over a decade.
And if she gets dementia, she'll forget to divorce me.
And then there's just random men coming over showing her fossils.
Necklace. We saw the film here. We discussed it on the minisode. It is manipulating and emotionally manipulative. But I think like, yeah, I just don't need any more art right now that is going to be real around me. And maybe this is how Picasso felt when he started painting everybody's nose like a weird dick. You know, I get it. I feel you. And we're going to express ourselves.
That boy was just fucking too much.
Yeah. Van Gogh wasn't fucking enough. That was his problem. Because he chopped his ear off. And then Picasso was fucking so much that he had to add a couple extra ears so they stopped looking at his fucking hanging hog. I'm sorry. I'm sorry this is who I am now. Actually, I'm not. I'm not sorry about any of it. We're here to bring you fired up information, no oppression. Yeah, we're dealing with some shit, okay? But let me tell you what I did today. I drank a fucking Hawaiian pineapple C4. And now I'm only going to feel joy. And guess what? Me and Petár, we've both been playing zombie games. Different zombie games. A little Resident Evil, a little Dead Island. There's a few things in between. Like the Incredibles Lego. That's not a zombie game, but that's a really fun game. And I finally unlocked Dory. You can play as Dory. You can play as Woody. You can play as Monsters, Inc., Mike Wazowski.
Can you play as Will Smith's character from Shark's Tale?
That's DreamWorks.
Oh, no, that's right. You can't. You can't. Also, do you know the name of his character?
No. What is
in
it?
Shark Tale?
What is it?
Oh, that's kind of my point.
Oh, we found Nemo.
We read through the
Dennis
entirety
Hopper played a
of...
grasshopper. Isn't that funny?
Oh my God.
Dennis Hopper.
If you want to hear us do about 30 minutes on DreamWorks, listen to the Patreon mini.
I both prove and disprove a point while proving and disproving a point. So it's honestly, if you're not on the Patreon, weekendateffys.com, this is the longest mini-sode we've done in a minute. It gets psycho mode. We express our opinions. I think it's beautiful. But you're right. We should get to the questions. I'm going on a rant already, but I had to get it off my plate. If you're making art right now, lie to yourself so your art doesn't give them confirmation that what they're doing, the hate, the cruelty is the point, is working. Don't let them see that it's working. Drink Mountain Dew and Mountain Dew associated Pepsi brand beverages. What kind of questions we got this week, Peter?
Okay, starting off with a heavy hitter here. What is y'all's favorite cabbage-based dish? It's a funny question. What's your favorite cabbage-based dish?
I don't think it's a funny question at all because I have respect for cabbage. Okay. What? Oh, what was that? That your facial expression just changed. Are they seeking out a certain cabbage-based dish? Now, would borscht be considered a cabbage-based dish because there's cabbage in it, even though it's beet and beef-based typically? Is coleslaw definitively a cabbage-based dish? Do I have to distinguish between a purple coleslaw and a regular coleslaw, a cream coleslaw, or a salad-based dressing coleslaw? And
what is the key to good coleslaw? Because I have never really liked coleslaw, and then as an adult, there's been some coleslaw where I go, yes. Some coleslaw where I go, nah, still don't like it.
So I think it's a timing issue. I think coleslaw, much like a salad, needs to be made and served as fresh as possible. The problem is it's constantly treated as a side dish in hot baskets, like a hot fried basket or a picnic basket or with hamburgers, hot dogs, meats.
Can you say that again correctly? Picnic basket?
What did I say?
Picnic basket? No, I need you to say...
Picnic basket?
Picnic basket.
It's a picnic basket, boo-boo.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't know. Yogi, they've got guns. Guns, schmuns. I'm going to kill their firstborn. They'll never know what to do. We're going to take the picnic basket. We're going to take the baby. We're going to roast it like a barbecue. Try to shoot me, old man. I don't think this is a good idea, Yogi.
Yogi Bear, strong anti-cop stance.
Yes. But they become friends with the cop, played by...
a socialist hero.
Yogi Bear,
Yes.
a socialist hero?
Yes.
I agree, actually. It's a Did you just trick me into a Yogi Boo-Boo just because I'll do anything on command like a monkey?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I love that. It's a picnic basket. Why was I bringing up picnics?
I have no idea.
I just want to say that
cabbage, coleslaw,
cabbage.
dish.
Okay, but let me be completely honest about
You're saying
cabbage.
that coleslaw is the side bitch of the food?
No, I'm saying coleslaw
picnic?
is presented commonly as a side dish, and the way it is packaged and served, it goes against what makes coleslaw good. So the creaminess, if it's too creamy, wrong. The cabbage, if it's too warm, wrong. If it's been sitting in the dressing, like I think you should keep a dry shred cabbage with a little dressing on it, and then I think you should add your final dressing right before you're serving. Most people are storing a coleslaw, which over time is going to get soft. The cream is going to fall. The temperature is going to go a little warmer. It's not going to be good. You don't want that. Here's what you want. All right. Fine chop. Both types of cabbage. You need a little red, a little green. Okay. Then you need a vinegar base. And I know you don't like this, so maybe we just powder it. A little mustard type powder. Powder, maybe not for yours. And then I think you're going to go back in with some kind of soft cream. Now you can use like a sour cream with garlic powder and the spices and things. But like really the best is going to be like apple cider vinegar, a little lemon juice, a homemade mayonnaise almost, and light. And then you're going to serve it. It doesn't need to be a heavy thing. But the real answer is the stuffed cabbages.
Stuffed cabbages.
Yeah, the cabbage, the tomates, the Greek tomates.
Okay.
They take a beef and rice mixture and they roll it in
Ooh.
steamed cabbage leaves, and then they steam the whole thing and put sauce on it sometimes. I guess the tomates are the grape leaves, but I'm talking about the stuffed cabbage leaves, which is traditional in other foods. And it's traditional in like Polish food too. Now, I will say we went to Japan and they had the stuffed cabbages with the turkey gravy at this restaurant where basically it seemed like a Polish grandma started a restaurant in Japan and then taught them all how to do it. Cause it's like the best, like, I was with Nick Karp, a listener of the podcast who is Jewish. And he said it was like a Jewish grandmother making the dish. So somebody taught them how to do it completely correctly over there. But like truly jerk chicken with dirty rice and steamed boiled cabbage. Like, come on. It's incredible. What other cabbage dishes am I missing? Cabbage is such a fascinating dish to me, and food and item. And I think you could do a wedge with a cabbage. I think it'd be a little more difficult than an iceberg. You ever do a wedge salad? Classic wedge, you know? I think it's great at a steakhouse. I don't see a lot of cabbage. My mom was never a mayonnaise fan or a cream fan. So, like, if she was making slaw in the house, it would be done with, like, an Italian or a balsamic dressing instead of a heavier cream-based sauce.
Okay.
I think
the one we're missing, kimchi.
Kimchi fucks supremely. I was eating some kimchi the other day from the breakfast buffet in Hawaii, and AJ was like, that kimchi looks weird. And I was like, it's because they just use all the parts of the cabbage here. Like the Americanized in a can you buy kimchi is like, yeah, we like stored it. But I'm like, I want kimchi. Like I want cabbage that's been in a weird clay pot.
Yeah.
Underground. Yeah. And the green has turned brown and it's all getting different level. Cause there's just like so many different textures in a cabbage.
I need it to radiate a little bit.
Yeah. And I want it to be like a little, like the pungency of a kimchi should be, I think you should return it to refrigeration post this waiting period. But I think during this time of fermentation, let it get fucking gross and just trust that for thousands of years, Korean people have been doing this and kind of know what they're talking about. And, you know, that's the beauty of Hawaii once again. The middle of that east-west, like you're halfway in between Australia, Asia, and America and South America. It's all there. Like they have everything there. What a blend. We got to save that little island. God. Cabbage fucking rules is what I'm saying. Do you think cabbage could be integrated in a dessert? Hey Siri, are there any cabbage-based desserts?
Cabbage wedges baked in heavy cream until tender are topped with bacon bits, blue cheese, and walnuts. This answer is from the...
Whoa. They're saying bake a cabbage wedge. Oh my God. What? There's so many weird cabbage recipes. Can cabbage be a dessert? I would like to know. Okay, here we go. Here's our options. We have a red cabbage cake. It's a real cake. And then here's cabbage that tastes like dessert. 6 ingredients. I'm going to read them off to you. Cabbage chopped. Apples peeled and sliced. Splenda or sugar, breadcrumbs, butter, and cinnamon.
Ooh.
It sounds like you could just do this without the cabbage.
Yeah.
It sounds like you could have cinnamon butter apples.
Yeah.
And y'all just... And then here's the first sentence following the recipe. This really doesn't taste like dessert, but it does taste good. I would maybe add less sugar. That's just cabbage, y'all. Ooh. I think in a slaw too, though, you have to have like, whether it be carrots or a julienne apple.
Yeah.
You got to have a little sweet crunch on the back. Have you done jicama before?
No.
Now, jicama's fascinating. My mother got me onto jicama. She's a big, healthy jicama girl. It's with a J. Jicama.
Okay.
Jicama. It's almost like if an apple fucked a radish.
Interesting.
And it's almost a little like if a radish and an apple fucked, but they had a baby that was more white than both of them, even though it's a South American. Like technically he's like, oh no, he's Latino, but he voted for Trump, like that kind of thing. That kind of white. Very good, very crunchy, takes on flavor very well. Jicama slaw rules. I had jackfruit tacos with a jicama slaw one time, and I felt like that was as lib as I've ever gotten. Like I was lib free and dying hard. I was living my Libby fantasy. Don't roll your eyes at me. Jackfruit fake meat tacos with jicama slaw is the future the liberals want. And I got it. It was great. So yeah, cabbage rules, jicama rules, radishes rule. What was the question?
A cabbage.
Yeah, I know. I just like all the different... I think vegetables are fascinating and we have to respect them. Would you eat like a cauliflower, like a sliced cauliflower steak? Like if it was done like... Not like pieces, not like florets, but like a grilled, like a, you know? Like if I sliced your brain the same way.
It's gonna sound like I'm being a bummer here.
Yeah.
I think you just need to eat vegetables.
You don't think you need to dance around it and dress it up and make it
all the research they've done into all the fake meat stuff basically shows you that it's worse for you than eating a lot of other. It's just processed food.
It takes a lot of ingredients to make things seem like
so
meat.
I think if you're going to have the discipline to eat well, you should just like hunker down and eat well.
Just have your vegetables, maybe a little low-fat dairy.
It's like you're always trying to like kind of cheat that process, and I think that disingenuous version of engaging with eating healthy is not going to lead to the results that you actually
I do think things are more flavor noticeable when you're only eating certainly like things that have grown of the earth. I think your palate changes dramatically. But I'm going to eat ice cream until I die. Fuck you. I love it. Okay, next question.
Okay, this is from Ben from Movie John.
Hello, Ben.
For both of you, any recent book recommendations? I got this book at the library and I'm really enjoying it. The book recommendation is Sons of El Rey by Alex Esposina. Looks like it is a lucha-based like mystery novel.
Ooh.
I don't know. It looks really good.
Okay.
Have you been reading anything?
I've been audiobooking things. And I've been kind of gliding around different non-fictions on human history, human natural evolution, human existence over time, just to kind of see an overarching of... I think part of me is doing it, so I'm like, it's been worse, right? Like, I think part of me is trying to go in that direction, but I really would like to get back into more fiction stuff because I need things that are worlds that I can participate in their anxieties without ever having to have them play a part in mine. And I think that's good. So if you have recommendations, please leave them for us. I like fucked up shit. I read the... what was the one about the Boy Scouts on an island?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was
The Troop.
The Troop. Very fucked up. I guess they're doing a show with it. Really fun, gory shit. So, and people are like, how can a book be gory? Let me tell you, books can be very gory because you're picturing it in your head. And if you've seen enough gross shit in your career as a beat cop, you can imagine it pretty easily. That's not me, but I'm just like, if that was you. Let me crack a fucking zero sugar root beer right here. Oh, one for the working man. That's what they used to do on the Stone Cold podcast. He would crack a beer and be like, one for the working man. I'm not working right now. Actually out of work right now until tomorrow. So, yeah, just I've had a few days off in a row, you know, a few hundred days off in a few. It's fine. What was the question?
Books.
Yeah, I love books. Book of Mormon. Try that one. Yeah, I don't know. Movie John, Ben, I don't know when you have time for both media. I have to pick one media at a time. This week, the media I chose, video games. Next week, the media I chose, films. Next week, the media I chose, maybe we go to books. What about PowerPoints? Hey, has anybody seen any good PowerPoints lately? Anybody out there? Anybody caught any? I'm not trying to be a downer of books. I love books. I think they're great. I want to read this Stephen King fairy tale. What's up with that? People keep talking to me about it. It's one of these books he did that has like some weird sci-fi fairy tale stuff in it. I don't know. I'm into it.
Sounds fun.
I've read books.
Yeah, I've read books.
Do they have a letterbox for books? Goodreads,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one. I love it. Love my Goodreads. Follow me on Goodreads. It's public. I haven't read a book. Curious George, when he went to the zoo, should have locked that motherfucker up. Lock him back up. The man in the yellow hat, more like the man with his life completely out of order, and we can tell because of your outfit, dude. And the monkey following you around causing trouble. Curious little fucker,
Do you
isn't he?
remember when he ate the puzzle piece? He was doing the puzzle and he ate the puzzle piece. And then you go to the hospital.
Did he die?
No, he got the puzzle piece out and then he put the puzzle together.
Did Clifford ever stop growing?
No, he's still going.
Holy fuck, guys. He can take Elon to the moon. Okay. Any other questions?
Yes. Okay, this one is for me. This is from Danny. Petár, I've been a practicing witch since 2016. Good time to start.
Good time to start.
My life has been turned upside down since a witchling hugged my first evil queen outfit. Abundance of gambling wins gambling wise. I do occasionally see the lottery polls from Danny on Twitter, and it is fairly fucking insane.
Yeah, let's go.
The consistency
Let's
on that
fucking
one.
go. Tell me the numbers.
Spiritual growth and yet the pitfalls of election results. Founding a CNY safe space group for over 1,500 people. What is happening, Petár? So in case you haven't noticed, we are in a very tumultuous time in human history. There's no chill necessarily to anything that is happening. So essentially we have the 3 planets that set, I guess you could say, the larger societal and world tone are all changing signs at the same time. It's going to be like a 1, 2, 3, bam, bam, bam. And so when you have these big planets sitting at this critical position point, you are transforming and changing a lot of the inherent structures of things. And so that's part of why there's so much chaos around everything. And, I guess the general bleakness of reality at the moment. But the other thing to think about is that it's happening on this larger level, but it's also happening on a smaller level. And what we're talking about is, I guess you could say, the individual transformation of people's lives into something that I would say you can't necessarily say it's good. You can't necessarily say it's bad. It's just different from what it was before.
It's like the Jedi where they were shades of gray.
Exactly. So
Luke was the gray Jedi.
But it's the same thing in that, using that Jedi metaphor of we have so many people that are going, oh shit, I am a fucking Jedi. I do have power. I have the ability to, change the lives of people around me and do positive things in that direction for, what is directly it's almost this okay, well, if it's fucking game over, then maybe I can actually do something, And I think there are a lot of people that are getting, I think we've all
the feeling of the finality sort of pushes you to go I better use these things because fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if we're flipping the game board, then it's okay, maybe I'll play a different game here. And I think a lot of people are, it's the I guess part of the thing that I've been feeling is this incredible depression for the future, and then this sleeping that off and going, okay, well then now what do we do?
Yeah, what's the world going to look like for my son?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. You ever heard of that board game, Sorry? You ever played it?
Uh-huh.
Well, we're never playing it again. We're done being sorry. We're taking it back. I got to speak with Danny. I did a cameo for the group,
Oh.
the Central New York Safe Space group. Here's where we're at, all right? Nobody's going to help us, okay? So we got to help each other. That's it. And that's the kind of point we were trying to make before. And I think, yeah, there's a lot of like planetary shifts and things going on. But just remember, like, Queen Witch herself, the evil Lord Orange Annihilation, she's got something protecting her. And fuck that. You know what's not protecting her? Friendship. You know, true, valid friendship. So, you know, when we're looking out for each other, and we're looking outside and we're talking and we're walking around our blocks and learning who the people are and learning each other's needs and, you know, each other's differences, it's the only way to combat evil at a level like this, which is to have a groundwork with people where hopefully you create a relationship and a friendship where no matter what the laws are in effect or what the people are saying up top or whatever's going on, that we have a bit of a stronghold down here that they can't really penetrate no matter how many votes they get on things or how many, you know, people tell them they have to do something. Like, you know, at a certain level, you can't fuck with the community. And I kind of wish that we were more in a time where, like, yeah, religious belief, I don't care either way, but the community central aspect of having sort of a church with membership of people around you who you know from the same area, it does sort of create a weird wall against hatred sort of entering or singling or targeting people where you go like, no. Like, we're a community here. We're a group here. I just wish I didn't have to give Jesus 10% to be in the club.
Right.
You could give Effy 5% to be in the club, and it's way more fun. Weekendateffys.com on the Patreon if you want to ask some questions. I know we're not done yet, but I'll be honest. This was the first weekend I took off in a while, so we're filling a good chunk of time here. We've got some other interesting stuff to talk about, but I'm going to keep these questions flowing. You can only ask if you're at weekendateffys.com. Subscribe to the Patreon, so get on there and help these babies out. We could use your love.
Okay, this is from Anthony. Now that you've had 4 guests on the show, who would you like to bring on as a guest? My suggestion is Superfan Gringo Loco.
Whoa.
And then Ben also kicked in here voting for Puff.
Voting for Puff. I got to do a Puff snack grouping. It's so silly because I've known Puff such a long time in wrestling, like going back years and years, and we only get to see each other every once in a while. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people have come and go and come and gone by the wayside in the time where we've known each other. And it's funny to see how the two of us who never really fit in the mold of what wrestling's supposed to look like are full on still out here booked, successful, doing our thing, which is cool. I really enjoyed having Charlie Tiger on here. I hope Alley Cat trips over her own feet and she falls down and it's very bruising, but not necessarily I don't want anything permanent, but I want it to like hurt pretty bad when she falls over. So she's never welcome back on the show again because she tried to electrocute and explode me. Didn't try to, she did it. AJ was a guest on here. Are they counting that? And so they're saying, who would we want? I really would like to have Jimmy Lloyd as a guest.
Oh, we had Cole.
Oh, Cole. I wasn't here for the Cole episode,
yeah.
which messes me up. Cole's starting a new promotion in Spencer, Indiana, where he's a bit of a local legend.
SpongeBob based?
Not SpongeBob based. The show, the Smitty Kleiper-Schlieffen tournament, is a yearly thing that I think is going to be run through this promotion, but very cool to see monthly wrestling coming back to Spencer, Indiana, because he's leading the charge. Once again, like, you got to pick up the oar and row the boat, God damn it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is ridiculous, but I'm I was invited over to the neighbor's house tomorrow night, and I'm going to go do that.
I fucking love it. And y'all can go bitch about the car. I'm so glad we got it towed. They wanted to tow both of the cars. I know we've had our, I move the car every time when they ask, but I don't have a car anymore. We both went through some large-scale changes this week. I'm just going to be honest with you. What was the question?
Who would we have on the show?
Oh, yeah. So I want to have Dominic Mysterio on the show. He's too big for us, but he's so cute with that little mustache. I have a mustache now too, like in honor or whatever of Dirty Dom. You know he's Eddie Guerrero's son? No, he's not. He's Rey Mysterio's son. We're not supposed to... You know they had a custody battle, ladder match, Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero died 19 years ago yesterday. R.I.P. But they had a custody match for the custody of Dominic Mysterio. Eddie versus Rey. Rey being his real father. Eddie being his... Here's the thing, though, and I'm sure this isn't true. Eddie and Dom got a lot in common, and Dom knows it, and he plays up his mullet, and he plays up his mustache, and he plays up his Latino heat, and he plays up his little bit of lie, cheat, steal that Eddie Guerrero used to do. That was a thing. This is a real thing he would say. I'm not just saying because like, oh, that Eddie Guerrero. No, he would brag about lying and cheating and stealing to get what he wanted. And a lot of that comes through. And he sort of roasts Rey Mysterio, who's his real father all the time. And I'm kind of like, you know, Rey may have gotten the ladder match, but I think I know whose boy this is trying to be. So I'd love to have him on the show, WWE Superstar. You're rolling your eyes at me again. Who would you like to have on the show, Peter?
Who would I like to have on the show? I think once the dogs learn how to talk, they can be on the show.
Roll, Rocky.
I want Matt Cardona to be on the show.
Whoa.
That's my actual...
He would do it.
Okay.
I know he would do
Okay.
it. You might... Here's the thing. We'd have to get him here in person.
Yeah.
And then he'll know
Is
where
he
I
on the
live.
Atlanta show?
Yeah.
Do we not want to know where you live?
No. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I just like it's very hard to it's very hard to invite a WWE superstar, former WWE superstar, over to your house when like I'm not embarrassed by our place at all, but like I feel like he has a pool. Yeah. And he has like a huge Orlando mansion.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we invite him over. I think he'll love it. Can you imagine Cardona sitting on our couch?
The part of it is that I want him to have to deal with the dogs. That's like built in for me.
He would very neutrally approach the situation. It'd be like 5 minutes. He'd be like, "Could we maybe put them up or something? Or do they just they're just run around? Do they have a crate or anything?" He has dogs though. Chelsea has dogs that he has around. That he is around. I think that's an excellent choice of guests. He has his Major Figures pod, but that's mostly a toy podcast. You know, I understand having a central theme, but also life is the central theme here. Mm-hmm. This is a living, health, well-being, and spiritual wrestling podcast, and also it's about Paddington. Mm-hmm. Oh dear, I believe the marmalade's a bit sour, more than usual, sir. We have to get to Peru. Is it called Paddington in Peru?
Yeah. It's not called Paddington 3.
Paddington in Peru.
Breaking
so it's
with
like
the
it's a
name.
side quest, you think?
Yeah, it's a side quest.
No!
It's a side quest.
Do you think they're going to come out with Paddington 3 and like erase that this happened?
Yeah, probably.
Just when Paul King's
probably.
schedule opens
you're
up?
on my side now.
No, I'm not.
You're on my side now.
I rated it. It's a perfect film. I saw the trailer. It's emotional. It's a perfect film for me. Perfect film. I love it. One of my favorite films of the year, Paddington in Peru. That's what I'll be saying all year after January. Look at that. I got you the little Paddington. So here's the theory, though. Every time a Paddington movie comes out, there's a terrible curse on the royal family. Being Prince Philip, the Queen's husband, dying first. Mm-hmm. And then the Queen dying.
So let's make 20 more.
And then Camilla just got real sick.
Make all the Paddington movies.
And so they're saying by Paddington 4 coming out, we can finally get King Charles. And Paddington's going to walk out. Did you ever see John Cena's clip with the Osama bin Laden thing?
Yeah.
And Paddington's going to go, I have an announcement to make. We have brought and compromised to a permanent end King Charles before he made the currency any more ugly. My goodness. And everyone would cheer. Fuck King Charles. Fuck anyone who tells you they're a king with sincerity. There are no kings. I didn't say anything has to happen to him. I just said fuck him. And not in the way that Prince Andrew fucks underage children. Can we say that? Are we going to get... I think it's true. Like, I don't think you can sue me for... It's like if I said R. Kelly locks women in his basement. Like, you can't... Like, that's been proven in a court of law that happens. I think it's fine. I don't think anybody listens to this podcast that's in the royal family. If you do... let me know who's doing the casting for Red, White, and Royal Blue 2. You know, me and Taylor Zakar do share a name. but Nicholas Galatine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't mind when they queer bait. I don't mind a bit. You know, because what happens is you queer bait and then you catch. You hook a fish, you end up finding out seafood's pretty good.
Do you know what Beanie Baby is on your birthday?
What? No.
Yeah, mine is a shark named Crunch. And
Crunch!
A pink pony
Pink Pony Club.
named Mignette.
Name Mignette a Beanie Baby. Pink Pony Club.
Okay, June 7th.
Yeah. Do you need the year?
No, it doesn't have the year.
2007.
Okay, you have a bunch. You are Delights, which is a pink bear.
Yeah, of course.
Legs, which is a frog.
Yep.
Smart, which is an owl with a graduation cap.
Oh, I had this one.
And Spencer, which is a little Dalmatian.
What? No. I feel like I had all these Beanie Babies. What's the kangaroo's name? Kangaroo Beanie Baby. Because did you ever see the Beanie Baby movie?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Wait, are you kidding me? Hey Siri, text mom. Hey Siri, text mom. Hey, mom, you don't still have that kangaroo Beanie Baby anywhere because it's going for like $8,000 on eBay right now. Okay, miss you, love you. Hope I talk to you soon. Oh no, it didn't even send the whole thing. So it turns out the Beanie Baby is going for a lot of money there's something that happened where I had to go to the doctor sometime when I was 6 or 7. And I was given this Beanie Baby as a prize, the kangaroo pouch. And I think we have to go back. I think it's at my mom's house. And I think we have to get this Beanie Baby and piss on it so that the value goes even higher. And then we steal one from the magazine, pristine condition, and then sell it on eBay. Huh. How about that? Or do we just see if she has it?
We just see if she has it.
And sell it.
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't have a tag on it, though, which is going to take it down by like... If we can get $2,000 for this Beanie Baby, I will show my full cock on Twitter. I'm probably going to stop using Twitter. Blue Sky rules.
Yeah. I think I'm going to shift over to you. I do have one question for you.
Yeah.
What has 2 butts and kills people?
What?
What has 2 butts and kills people?
Cigarettes?
An assassin.
What?
Because it has 2...
Assassin? Didn't you dad joke me the other day?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I don't know. I was a good one, though.
Oh,
It's my new thing. Dad jokes.
I love it. I'm here for it. I think we have to rename them like parent jokes because I think mom's gonna have sick dad jokes too.
Yeah.
I think we call them boomer bahas.
Boomer Baja.
Forwards from Clanma. Have you seen those? Where it's like the racist cartoons your grandma
God.
sends. So they call them forwards from Clanma because she should be in the Ku Klux Klan because she's a racist. My grandma's not a racist. I just want to clear the air. My grandma loves people of all types. My grandma, she only dislikes you if you're ugly.
Is this the grandma that said you went to a diner and said, "Isn't it great that they let black people eat here now?"
That was a great grandma.
That was
It's
a great
fine.
grandma?
It's a
Okay.
different grandma.
Okay, so next generation now.
But it is good. I don't.
It was a positive statement.
I don't disagree with the statement. I think it is good. I don't think it's something we should have to bring up or should even be considered that it would be any other way. It shouldn't be any other way. All races should be at any restaurant they want. Everyone should be allowed to go anywhere they like. Crazy, controversial take. Here's my one take. White people shouldn't be allowed on roller coasters. Y'all have fucked up enough. Let people have this. I've ridden them. I love them. I love roller coasters. White people shouldn't be allowed on them anymore because we've taken enough. Give something culturally to non-whites that isn't ruined by their participation.
Does it have to be roller coasters though?
Yes.
I just don't trust the state of roller coasters in this country from like this point on.
Roller coasters are great. You haven't seen like a parking lot carnival? They're great.
Yeah.
Some of them fall down
Yeah.
that are run by white people. But I'll tell you what, I think if you look at craftsmanship, if you look at mechanics, if you look at physicians or physicists, I don't trust white people to do any of those jobs. Okay? Am I, what's the opposite of a supremacist? An unsupremacist?
Uh-huh.
A dispremacist?
Yes.
I think white people are losers for the most part.
Yeah.
Culturally vapid, vanilla, not in the interesting Tahitian way, in a plainness and vacuum outside of self where, you know, we haven't really contributed anything except for stealing. Break your colonial brain. Break yourself down. Some people are going to say, I can't believe I'm listening to Effy. He's going against his people. Not my fucking people. I didn't choose his path. Okay? Let me tell you what I like. I like spicy curry. I like spicy salsa. And I like cheeseburgers with weird regional toppings that add a cultural flavor to a very bare bones dish. So fucking come at me. Come at me and try me. Is that all the questions?
Yeah.
Ugh. What has 2 thumbs and a big mouth? Me. We got to stay on topic here. The government is going to come get us. Although, if you're a Secret Service agent over the next 4 years, you're either going to have a really tough job or you can just get another job. You don't have to do that job. Nobody has to do that job. And if you're going, they'll find somebody to do it. Yeah, let them find somebody so far down the list that's like a barely competent, like, they have to have voted for him and they can be in it. And I know cops voted for him.
They should let the dog Commander be a Secret Service agent.
Joe Biden has the best dog of all time. He wanted to change his name to ACAB. All cops are biting. You saw the picture of Biden next to him?
Yeah.
And he's taller than him?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6'3", 270 my ass, dude. Get out of my face. Or he said he was like 195 or something? I weigh 200 pounds. You don't.
He should have borrowed DeSantis's boots for that meeting.
Those high heel slipper boots, I love it. Here's the thing. I don't even think you deserve ankles to be able to stand in those boots. I think you should have, just from your knee, it's just a foot that sticks out. That's for Ron DeSantis, not for everyone. I did see former, or I guess current senator in Florida. Who's the one? Is it DeSantis? Not DeSantis. Who's the evil? Rick Scott, Voldemort. He was just getting screamed at going to a Starbucks. Just like, you ruined my life. Like, full on screamed in public. I don't think they should be allowed to just like exist in public without problems. I don't care what staff you bring. I don't care what staffers you have. I don't care what if you're asking me not to make a scene. Let me tell you something. I'm throwing smoothies at everybody. I'm going to just throw them at everyone. So it's like, who did it really? It hit me too. Like, oops, I spilled it. Oh, you're going to sue me for spilling my smoothie? Oh, it's on camera? Like, bleh. This is why I'm not allowed to have a weekend off. I've been going nuts, Peter. Every year or so, I take a weekend off, and then my brain starts to unravel almost entirely. It's why I can't take time off. I should go talk to the doctor about something I think I need a beta blocker again. I used to be on beta blockers when I didn't smoke weed.
I don't think you know. I don't
Why?
know.
Why?
No,
Why?
Because beta blockers remove inhibitions.
No, beta blockers remove the constant needles poking the front of your eyes out to do and exist beyond what you're existing now, which is a fucking task. I need to hear that the truck's on fire,
Okay,
and I go,
fight or
yeah.
flight, not inhibitions. That's what I meant. Fight or flight.
I don't need fight or flight. I don't even get to flight. I don't even get to fight. When I fight, I have to fake fight, and when I flight, I can't. I have to get beat up.
So
I don't need fight or flight. I need to be.
Start doing propirenol. Is that what we're talking about?
I'm talking about whatever's gonna make me react like this. If you were like, "Hey, they're shooting outside," I'll go, "Yeah, man, it's rough for everybody." I think that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. All right. And if you want to say, "Oh, you're just gonna fucking neutralize your life," if you were in here right now, let me just tell you, it's like living it's like riding a slinky to work. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't work, and it might get pinched. But if you know what you're doing, it might work. But it takes a lot of fine tuning to ride the slinky. Doesn't make any sense, does it? God, how do we figure it out? It's because I got this mango vape and I knew I fucked up. And I'm trying to like vape less. It's not working. But the mango flavor, and I knew this historically for whatever reason, is worse on my throat than most other flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no mentholy or cool or I don't know. It's the weirdest, driest feeling, and it makes me cough more, and so it makes me want to do it less, which is good in theory, but also lack of nicotine is making my brain crazy too. Like I've been trying to write off your half filled, partially filled leftover vapes and just like minimize it. But like I can tell I've been a pointy mess for like days trying to bring in less nicotine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not good. I don't like it. I don't like the feeling. I think I'm going to commit to Marlboro Reds.
Okay.
Like I think if you want nicotine, fucking go outside and fucking earn it and smoke the whole thing. You remember when Hank Hill made Bobby smoke a whole pack of cigarettes?
Sure.
I think he made him smoke a whole carton. Oh, you never King of the... Come on. Before you do Mad Men, we have to do King of the Hill.
The whole thing?
It's only 13 seasons. One season.
One season?
One season. Give me season 3.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I love it.
You have to watch Leftovers with me.
Okay, fine. I tried to watch 2 episodes and it was making me sad.
Yeah, it's really fucked up and sad.
So can we do a back and forth where it's King of the Hill
Yeah,
episode,
totally.
Leftovers
Totally.
episode? Maybe it's a 2 and 2.
You have to get through the fact that it's called The Leftovers and the fact that they kill a bunch of dogs in the first season.
And that it's based on the Left Behind series?
No.
Maybe.
No.
A little bit?
No, not
What's
even close.
Can you tell me the plot of this show?
So the idea is that 2% of the world's population all disappears at the exact same time, and they have no reason. There's no rhyme or reason to it. When they look at it, it was Christians and pedophiles that went. There is no moral distinction between, and so it is about everyone dealing with the fact that they all have people that they've lost, and then people setting up like scam companies to fuck with the people that lost a whole bunch of, because like for some, like Carrie Coon's character,
talk to them in the beyond.
The main selling point is Carrie Coon is just like acting her ass off that entire show. So like her family, she lost her husband and like her 3 daughters. And then like some people didn't lose anybody. Other people just lost one person. There's no up or down or anything. And so it's about everyone trying to kind of carry through with their lives past that point. And then like Liv Tyler sets up a cult where they take a vow of silence and chain smoke cigarettes.
Oh, I love it.
And basically just fuck with everybody.
But it
and,
wasn't Thanos.
No. They deal with the fact that there's this large mystery that's looming over the course of everything, and giving you enough information to where you feel like you get the answers that you need without just straight up explaining it to you, because it is much more about like Justin Theroux's character. He's like a cop that is like transitioning into like being disenfranchised with his life before he's breaking up with his wife. And then it's like him falling in love with Carrie Coon. Her brother is a priest. It's Christopher Eccleston just also acting his ass off. And then fucking, what's her face? God damn it. Margot Martindale, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, famed character actress Margot Martindale?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. There's just so many people in it. And it's the Damon Lindelof from Lost, basically like making up for his sins on Lost of not explaining things or not having a set story. So it's very deliberately paced the entire way through.
That makes sense. I understand the truth. I understand that we both. Do you think you get sent to heaven?
Get sent to heaven?
Is it heaven?
No. It's not. It's see, the show even tells you it, like you get the answer of what it is at the end and you go, oh shit, that's wonderful the way that they did that, instead of.
So it's hell.
No, it's there.
Don't spoil it.
There's no religious, like the religious thing is like a complete misstep. It's
Were
so
they on
much
Earth
deeper
all
than-
along? Oh, we got mysteries afoot. Which Left Behind did you see, with Kirk Cameron or with Nicolas Cage?
I watched the Kirk Cameron one.
Yeah, that one ruled. Remember when everybody was on the plane and they were gone and they were like, what are we going to do? Oh my God.
It's Ann Dowd, not Margot Martindale.
No, but I think Margot Martindale's in a scene. Isn't she?
Oh, Margaret Qualley, because she's in everything.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What year is this show? I thought the show was like 08.
Amy Brenneman, Liv Tyler, Scott Glenn. He's fucking fantastic in it. It's got everybody.
Oh, it is Ann Dowd. You're right. That's fine. All right. Well, Leftovers. Damon Lindelof? Lava?
It's just 3 seasons, 10 episodes a season. That's it.
Well, it's just 13 seasons, 22 episodes a season. And it's, if you want to know, do you want to understand my life or not? Do you want to understand my life?
Retrograde by James Blake plays like 5 times in the first season.
And chill out, James Blake. We talked about you at the beginning of the show. You've come up again. Chill out, dude. We know it's a time of great suffering and sadness.
What he should have done was put out more music with Lil Yachty.
Yeah, just only put out music with Lil Yachty. Even though you hate saxophones. Lil Yachty said, I really want to do a saxophone solo for this new track on the record. And James Blake said, fuck saxophones. They're the worst instrument that's ever lived. They're the equivalent of just like slurping up pudding off the dirty floor with your ass. And he didn't say it like that, but like it was like kind of like, it was such an over the top, like, why I hate sax. What do you think a saxophone did to him? Do you think he tried to be a saxophone player and he wasn't good at it? Do you think a saxophone is the cornerstone of smooth jazz and the energetic equivalent of a guitar riff in a horn form? Or do you think it's an abomination?
No, first one.
Yeah, for sure, right? How does the McGee guitar player play that one solo in Candy? Like, oh, it was so good. We got to talk about it. He plays it like it's a fucking saxophone.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So McGee was on SNL, though. And I think this was really cute because we never watched live TV. We never planned for anything.
No.
And we sat through... Who was the fucking... Bill Burr?
Bill Burr, yeah.
We sat through a full hour of a post-Trump election... Bill Burr saying white men are idiots.
The theme, sad men.
The theme, sad men, and it's their fault. I think let's cornerstone that because people are like, oh, Bill Burr is doing a lot of sad white guy stuff. And you go, and he's also pointing out it's their fault.
Yeah.
And then McGee performing.
It's sad white men that can't help themselves.
Yeah, but they could help themselves, but they believe truly they can't help themselves. They're losers.
Just like
that's what we call losers.
Buffalo Wild Wings domestic abuse.
Oh, yeah. Leaving the baby on the floor.
A seemingly innocuous song about bald men that turned into commentary about pedophiles and how they're kind of at every level of society.
Yeah, it was dark.
It was a really dark episode.
But we were there for McGee. We love McGee. AJ did my favorite thing, which is, well, now I'm watching McGee on SNL, and I should have come to the concert. This looks lit. And I go, girl, we could have explained it to you for 100 years and you wouldn't have come to this concert. So it's not your.
Yeah.
He goes, I really like that first song and that second song. And I said, you like both songs. If you just saw McGee on there, you'll probably understand. I think, listen, if you've ever seen SNL musical performances, beating the sound in that weird corner studio stage spot is not easy to do. And I think he did a pretty good job of it. I also think he's done 100 goddamn shows this year or more. Like, I know how my body feels after doing a few matches, and I've had this weekend off. This is beautiful. Like, I feel my body's healing. I haven't even fucked around with the gym. I got to figure that out with the car thing. I think there's a Planet Fitness. We might do a swap. But knowing this wear down of your every night, he's going to stand on stage and play guitar and sing his heart out. And then every night he has to do it again. And he is extending his voice, to its limit when he's doing these things. I hear it. And to be this late into the year, it's November. We saw you beginning of the year and middle of the year and end of the year. You're still holding up and making the sound and enjoyably playing the same songs over and over. I know that it's your mental crutch to have as an artist to play your songs again and again. But I also know it's a very valid mental crutch. And sometimes I don't even want to do the same moves I've done. I'm going to do 8 different moves tonight. And they're like, you can't, come on. They want to see Effy. Don't change it. It's like if McGee got up there and was just like, we're only doing Beatles tonight. I'd be like, I don't really want to stay for this.
Yeah. I was having this conversation at the job that I no longer work at.
Hey, I lost a car. You got rid of a job. We're doing great.
It's like someone basically expressing like, oh, I hope he doesn't get like too big to where, you know, we won't have those experiences that we have again. And the thing with, and like you're exactly right with the amount that he's been playing and everything, he's probably about to go head back in the studio for like the next couple of years. Like, one, we may get another McGee album that he probably won't tour on. 2, we've got the Justin Bieber thing about to happen. We've got whoever the fuck else he's going to be. Like, I mean, he, in addition to all of the shit that he was doing, he wrote 2 songs on the Fred Again album.
Yeah, he's having fun. Here's the thing. I go in a completely different direction. I think he's not going to go to the studio. He's going to sit on this song and release a couple more songs, like maybe an EP in the spring. He's going to do the full festival run through the whole summer. Huge. And I don't think he goes back fully into the studio until next fall. And I think the Bieber album's done. I think he's sitting around waiting to play with it. I think there's final touches. I think that'll be huge. They'll be on some of the same headliners together and do a song together at like Coachella, and it'll be done. Coachella, please welcome to the stage, McGee. I don't know how I could have done it without you. I escaped my abusers. Thank you to McGee. Like, that'll be a whole thing. Like, we're all going to cry. Like, Beyonce and Taylor Swift had a girls' year.
That probably won't be till 2006 Coachella.
26?
Yeah.
For Bieber? Yeah, probably. Unless he floats something out really quick. Yeah, but I think he can take late summer, fall studio, because I think he's going to do Coachella, Bonnaroo,
yeah. Because why would
and like Lollapalooza probably. Yeah, I say run with it, but also, you know, they're like, oh, it's hard on the studio, it's hard on the run. I think what we're seeing with Chaperone too is like she got rid of the management before all the Grammy stuff and the timing of their announcements. You know, a little sus, but your management has to not put you in so many shows all the time.
Yeah.
And I think this year was a flex year for him. But then it's like, hey, if we did 12 dates next year that were all massive, huge paying, big, you know, giant stadium size event arenas. And
because like she's 2 years past that album at this point.
Yeah.
To where he put that his album out in like January.
And she's
or February.
been touring her ass off.
Yeah,
for those 2 years, and then it's paying off.
Write
it's like
something
you don't
new, not to like drop off the face of the earth with whatever's next.
Let people keep getting obsessed because I mean, right now you're sitting on. You can't find the vinyl anywhere.
That
vinyl re-releases.
That new
bonus
the
tracks.
New country song is great. The new McGee songs are great. Like, it is interesting. Like, you've really got like Chaperone daughter, McGee son.
Yeah. Do you want Chaperone daughter or McGee son? Well, only one of them will let me brush their wig. McGee looked so cute.
Yeah,
I'm
glad he's not doing the dorky tie trench coat thing anymore.
No, he's doing like, it feels like he's just being himself.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a silly little, there's nothing sillier to me than long hair, just stick a hat on top. But like, also it seems like what he wants to do. Like, you know, there's long hair, like put it in a pony, put the hat kind of, but not just like, yeah, now I'm wearing a hat. And you're like, are you going to like push it behind are you going to, no. Just gonna put a hat on top.
Yeah.
Very, very fascinating.
He does the comb down to keep his ears sticking out a lot too, which is always
all choice. I kept thinking was Legend of Zelda. We could cast McGee if he didn't require. He's like, they're like, you all right? So could you pick the sword up? And he's like, I'm not putting my guitar down. I'm not taking my guitar off, dude. No. What am I, princess? I'll save her. I love her. Zelda, don't look at my phone.
I noticed it was a regular sized guitar.
What?
I saw that. I caught on to him with the long one.
Oh, you think he swapped it?
Yeah.
What if we do find out that it was actually
a long
very
guitar?
like 4 extra frets or something, and we never knew, and you knew all along, and I doubted you. Preemptively, I'm sorry I doubted you. I think you're right. I think you're correct. Wow. Never would have guessed. Yeah, it was really beautiful to get to be here on a Saturday and watch that and not have anything to do. It's beautiful. Tonight, while we're recording, it's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
GCW's in Louisville. I'd already be in Louisville, Kentucky.
Ooh.
Tomorrow, I'm going to go into St. Louis. I don't even know if I have a match, Peter. And I got a little frustrated. Let me peel the curtain. We are moving forward to the big Hammerstein show. And let me be honest, all right? I'm not going to sound bitter.
Frank?
I'm going to be fucking frank. We announced the show. It's big. We're returning almost 3 years later to the date. Big time. And there's no way it's not going to make me sound like somebody could clip this and be like, he's being a jealous bitch. Not only like 2 weeks later, AEW announces they're going to do the same venue 3 nights. For them, it would be considered a smaller venue. Ring of Honor historically has used this venue. WWE has historically used this venue. ECW has historically used this venue. There's a lot of wrestling history in this venue. The current Ring of Honor is not what Ring of Honor was before. It's mostly just kind of their AEW dark product. I understand they want to do it. It's very exciting for people to do it. I don't understand why there's no exclusivity to wrestling. I guess we didn't negotiate it. But it's very confusing that like within the same month, y'all got to run the same venue as us. When for us as an independent, this is a larger thing. For you, this is a way to cover up the fact that a Ring of Honor pay-per-view right now could not sell out the tickets you think it could. And even asking Daniel Bryan to come back for the last big one you did in Texas to come to that show still wasn't that sold on tickets. And this is nothing to the talent. I think the talent, you should take anything you can get. But also, y'all have no buzz, no draw, and we've been riding the lightning on having to actually run a profitable company for the past few years to continue existing. We do not have as much backup. I'll put it this way. My company, I don't run a company. Our company, GCW can't run on a $40 million deficit and continue to run shows. But some of us have the privilege of being able to run at a $40 million deficit.
Brett doesn't own a football team?
Brett does not own a football team. Brett doesn't have a dad who pays him to stay away. I don't want this to be a personal thing. But hey, guys, you're not the only game in town. It's fine. I can't stop you from running venues. But in my line of work, when TNA Impact wanted to run center stage, GCW, a month before and a month after, were told we could not have those dates that we had secured before because it was competing with something they were doing. And now it just seems the game and the respect never goes both ways. And it's fine. We're not mad. Our people will be there. Our show will be great. We will show it out. But it isn't fun to see that like we're so out of ideas right now that the timing is that conspicuous to you showing up and doing that immediately after we announce that we're doing that. Like, it's just very tight. It doesn't matter. I'm sure you've had it built into the cards for 100 years, but I do think it's good you're moving to Hammerstein style and size venues, because watching y'all try to do Ring of Honor tapings in an arena is, it's sad. Everybody goes home. They make these poor guys wrestle after the Collision and Rampage tapings. People have been there all night, and then they're bringing out guys they don't know to do clear squash matches. It's like if you went to Heretic and it was 15 minutes, and then you go, and we know these two are going to die in 15 minutes. All right, great. Like, it's not an interesting concept for storytelling, but I'm sure they will do interesting things. I'm sure it's fine. I'm not mad. I just think like, hey, I guess what I'm saying is like, I see you. Like, there is no honor amongst thieves. There is no respect amongst me and Ric Flair because he stole that World's Heavyweight Championship. That's what hard times are, Daddy. I could get into hard times. We could talk about Dusty all day. But what I'm saying is, like, all power to everyone. I want wrestlers to eat. I want wrestlers to work. My issues are never with wrestlers. I am always pro wrestler. If they pay you tomorrow, if you're my best friend and they pay you tomorrow a bunch of money to go do whatever show at Hammerstein for Ring of Honor, please, God, go take the money. Take money from them. But if you're incorporating, you're planning these dates and you're planning these venues and you're planning the way these things look, go fuck yourself, you loser. You are not the primary. You exist to let us know that you need to exist, and we exist because we have to, because we are your product. So I'm just saying, I see you. I wouldn't expect polite business going forward, and I would stay in your fucking lane. How about that? See you at Hammerstein. I'm going to St. Louis tomorrow, one show. I just added some weird dates for all of December. I mean, one day I'm going to be able to do the tell-all on this, and this is fun because you're aware of the full relationship. I'm sorry, I just moved the whole table over while I'm moving my feet. I am starting to realize not only am I clumsy, but I'm too powerful. and I've had to be more careful. I almost break the fence every time I close it, just because I'm just sloppy. I added some dates. One day, the full story of my history with a particular group considered a gang by the FBI for a while will be studied and discovered. But what a weird, fascinating story I have had over the past 1 year since I first teamed with Violent J of the Insane Clown Posse. We're going to be announcing some stuff. I think he said he's announcing it next week. And it's bringing me to some towns I've never been to before, which I think is exciting. Like that to me is, I'm getting to go to places I've never gotten to step foot into as Effy. So that's really exciting for me to be this deep in the career and still go like, there's so much I still haven't checked off the list. So I'm excited. We're going to see what December holds. It's going to be fun. But the rest of November, a little rowdy, a little wild. I think I canceled something. I need to go check, but I'm fine with it. And then beginning of the year, we just confirmed Paris and London back to back.
Shit.
So Hammerstein weekend, I will do a show on the 17th in Ohio because I'm fucking crazy. Then Sunday, I'll do the Hammerstein. Is it Hammerstein, Einstein, Hammerstein? Let me just say this. I don't fucking care. And if you ever correct me, I will correct you right back because I have performed there, you fucking idiot. Right after Hammerstein, we're going to do Paris, London, back to back, Electric Ballroom, and then BZW bringing us into Paris to do a standalone GCW show. Pretty excited. Maybe we'll have a versus show in there as well. But my first time in France. Very exciting. Parlez-vous français? Parlez-vous français?
What are you going to go see the catacombs?
I'm going to go see nothing because I'm going to land in Paris, wrestle a show, and leave. Maybe I'll get to go early, but I have a feeling I don't want to go early anymore.
Yeah.
I am done being a tourist. All right. This is like, and I'm not saying it as a pride moment thing. I am not going to be spending money existing in spaces that I'm paid to be at because that's not profitable. Okay. That's all I got to say. So am I going to go to the catacombs? Yeah. If they got some fucking diamonds down there, I'm trying to score a deal on some diamonds, but yeah, Paris, I'm trying to remember because Speedball helped me with the translation. This is, so you say parlez-vous français, right? But I wanted to translate it a little different to je ne veux pas parler français, which is I don't want to speak French, which is my number one. They're going to start speaking to me.
I hear they don't want you to speak it over there.
And yeah, and I'm going to go, je ne veux pas parler français. I don't want to fucking speak it. All right. The more countries I travel to, it's not xenophobia. It's not all of this. I respect your culture. I respect what you're doing. No matter how hard I work or how much I work or how hard I respect your culture, I will always be considered still in most of these places. And I don't blame you, a disrespectful foreigner. And if that's going to be the main consideration, I'll not divert your fucking belief. And I will be an annoying fucking foreigner. And it's fine because I didn't even pay to come here. Y'all paid me to come here. And je ne veux pas parler français. So if you want to speak to me in Paris, I love you. Babyface, big energy. Nous sommes des étudiants de Le Mans. Great. Please, English, American dollar. I'll take a euro. I don't give a fuck. I'll take a euro. I'm going to Canada again next week. And then I'm going to... I got to look this up because I think I've been to all three American Dream Mall ranking USA. This is the... Okay, so this is funny. So the Mall of America, which I've wrestled in thrice, that means 3 times, is the largest mall in America. And the American Dream Mall is the second largest mall in America. I'm wrestling there for GCW alongside Little Guido, Ricky Morton, not Rob Van Dam, Kurt Angle, Mick Foley et al. It's the second largest, and it's in New Jersey. It's been under consideration, but the largest mall in North America is in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, where Top Talent is, where I will be 2 days before in Canada. So just like, I just like there's things obviously like earlier I was a little mad about things and it's fine. But it is very cool that like I will have gone to all 3 of the largest malls in North America and wrestled at 2 of them and probably had the chance in the future to wrestle at the other one. Just because I'm a weird panty dancer, you know? What do you think, Peter?
I love it.
We have to have a segment called Peter's Final Call where you just go like, Shrek 5, I'm not looking forward to it. And I go, no! And then the podcast goes off the air. It can just be like, I'm so excited for Shrek 5. We talked about it in the mini-sode. I don't know what else to talk about this week. I think we should talk about one more thing.
One more thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why were people mad at Moodang?
Because Moodang voted for Trump.
How do they know that? Did Moodang predict Trump?
Yeah, Moodang predicted Trump.
Oh, my God.
You know who didn't predict Trump?
Who?
Me.
Yeah. My predictions were wrong. The predictions were wrong. I'm not sad, though. You're not going to catch me being sad. Listen, I think everybody needs to do 3 things, all right? Have a big, sloppy meal. Have a nice walk around where you live safely. And cry. And you know what? Maybe it's the Robert Zemeckis film Here that can help you cry a little bit. Maybe it's Paddington 2 that you watch again in hopes of seeing Paddington 3. Maybe old pictures, old scrapbooks. But I think we have to get a good fucking meal in. We have to get an exploration and a grounding of ourself and our community and where we are and how small our world is. And we also just need to cry it out a little bit. And then we can get back to screaming and dancing and partying. We can do it all. Did you hear they're going to legalize doing Molly with the boys, but only if the vibe's right? No, I like this new concept where it's like this sort of all rules are out the window. To close the episode, though, I am going to work on my RFK Jr. impression. Do you think this is a bad idea? From looking at your face right here, it seems like you think this is a bad idea.
Go for it.
You know, they're putting progesterone in the yogurt that's making you into a little sissy baby boy. And you have to trust the cereal companies that are going to help your body learn to process different types of magnesium and crystals.
We're working on it. We're going to get there.
I was doing it a little weirder here, but there's an inherent highness to Robert F. Kennedy's voice, and he seems to think we're adding. I could do a whole video about Red 40, about how bad for your health it is.
It's a bad place, but we're good people. You're good people. Let's float together down this river. Is it the River Styx that takes you to hell?
Mm-hmm.
Let's float the River Styx, baby. Doing a little water tubing. Woo! Pictures to the right, pictures to the right. Posing the rapids. All right. Say River Styx. I'll see you all down the road.